So what do these guys do? They assign a vector to each point in space. So formally, a vector field is a map from R2 to itself, just like these coordinate transformations, but we think of them as sort of assignments of vectors. So it's come up all the time. Is anyone cross-listed with physics? Is anyone doing physics? Yeah, physics. All right, you know force fields. You've got force fields then. For the non-physics people, some examples of force fields are like that crazy thing that they have in Star Trek or in Star Wars. Some down-to-earth examples would be like the wind is a force field, right? At each point in space, there's a certain amount of push coming from the wind, and that has a direction, right? So when you see the news, they've got all these swirly arrows. Those are pointing the direction of the wind. Gravity, right? Gravity is drawing you in a particular direction at each moment in time. So that's another example of a force field, a very important one. So continuous changing force field. Okay, so what do these things look like? How do we draw them? Let's start off with some constant vector fields. Vector fields that always output same vector. Okay, so for our sketch of the force field big F, all of the vectors are pointing in the direction of 1, 0. Right? So they're all pointing parallel to the x-axis, and they're everywhere. Right? At every single point x, y, we output a vector pointing in the direction 0, 1. Okay. Okay, so that's a constant vector. Yes?
Can we get the magnitude of the vector from that as well, or only the direction?
Sure, yeah, you can get the magnitude for sure. So you want to calculate out the magnitude here. You get length 1. You can also calculate the direction. Right? So you can get the direction of these guys is all in that same direction. Okay, so this would be like, you know, you walk out of your house and the wind is blowing east. Everything is blowing eastwards. For this guy, everything's pointing in the direction of 1, 1. Okay. And that's happening everywhere. Okay, so in this, the wind is blowing east. And here, the wind is blowing northeast. So those are some examples of constant vector fields.